In this video, we are going to work on finding the missing dimension for each of our rectangles here. When you are trying to find a missing dimension, you want to pay attention to what information did they give us. So you can see our first rectangle. We know that the area is 24 centimeters. We have our length, which is 3 centimeters, and our width, which we don't know, we're calling x centimeters. In terms of how to label your length and your width, honestly, you can switch those. You can have the width on the bottom and the length on the side. You should get the same answer in the end. But what we need to decide is which formula to use. You have two formulas that work with rectangles, area and perimeter. If they give you the area of the rectangle, that means that we want to use our area formula. So there we have our area is equal to length times width. And now all that we're going to do, we're just going to go left to right through the formula and fill in the information that we know. So first, do we know the area, or are we trying to find the area? And we can see, oh, they gave us the area. So the area is 24 centimeters squared. So I'm going to plug a 24 in for the A. Now I move on for the length. Well, I labeled my length over here as 3 centimeters, so I'm going to plug a 3 in for the L. And then, do we know the width? That is missing. It's a side we're looking for over here. You could leave it as W, or you could go ahead and put the X there. So now we have everything plugged in. We're just trying to figure out what X is, which is our width. Over here, we can see that X is being multiplied by 3. Opposite of multiplying by 3 is dividing by 3. So we'll divide by 3 on both sides. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So our missing side length is going to be 8. But in order to have the most 100% answer we can have here, we do want to include a label. Now typically when we work with area, we get a centimeter square label. However, the only value that will get the squared is if it's the area. This x equals 8, that was for our side length that we were trying to find, not for the actual area. So this is just 8 centimeters. That is our side length. Not too bad, right? Kind of fun. Gotta love a little rectangle math. Alright, so we'll do one more. This one, our rectangle, what information did they give us? They told us the perimeter was 72 centimeters. We can call this our length down here. Again, if you want to call that the width, that's fine. But our length is 25 centimeters and our width over here is x. So, what formula should we use? The perimeter formula or the area formula? Well, if they're going to give you the perimeter, we want to use our perimeter formula. So perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. And we're just going to go left right in this formula and plug in the information that they gave us. So first, did they give us the perimeter? And they did give us the perimeter right there. It's 72. So let's plug in a 72 for P equals 2 times, do we know the length? Our length is 25, so plug in a 25 there, plus 2 times, do we know the width? Well, our width is just that x, so I'll just say 2 times x, or 2x. Now we have a nice little equation to solve. We can clean this up a little bit. That 2 times 25, I'll rewrite it over here. We know that 2 times 25 is 50. And now we have 72 equals 50 plus 2x. So this is now a two-step equation to solve. We're going to start with the adding or subtracting term. So we're going to subtract 50 from both sides first. Our 50's reduced to 0, those cancel. 72 minus 50 is 22. Bring down your equal sign and you can bring down your 2x. And now x is being multiplied by 2, so the opposite of that is to divide by 2. So 22 divided by 2, our x value is equal to 11. And what kind of label should we have for this? Well, this is perimeter, so nothing is going to be squared in a perimeter. So this is just, and it's a side length again, so this is just going to be 11 centimeters. And there we have our missing side. So when you do problems like this, it's really important to start out with the formula. And how do you know which formula to use? You look at the information that they gave you. They're either going to give you the perimeter or the area, so you know what to plug in for each value.